Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, but if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Helen and I'm going to take you through a runner's recovery session today. So this is perfect for any of you keen runners and it's going to be relatively gentle and it's going to be more of a moving dynamic stretch in the beginning just to kind of get that blood flow going. A little bit of myofascial release for the calves as well, and then we're going to come into some longer holds and relaxation. So you are going to need a prop today, a strap. You could use a belt or a towel instead. So we're going to need that for a pose towards the end. And I would say if you've got sensitive knees, definitely grab a blanket or a little bit of extra padding on your mat to make yourself really comfortable. So I really hope you enjoy this one today. If you do, please don't forget to hit like, make sure you are subscribed. And if you really like this style of practice, make sure you check out my membership at My Mindful Movement, where we do live sessions, series, and full length classes. Okay, let's get started on our back. Right, so coming on down, we're going to get straight into it today. So really feel your lower back in contact with the floor. And then we're just going to raise our legs into the air. They absolutely do not need to be straight. In fact, have a little bit of a wriggle. Soften the knees, soften the ankles. Allow your shoulders and your head to settle back. We're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lovely, good. And now we're going to find just a little bit of rotation through the ankles. You might fan out your toes, create some space. Lovely, and circle the opposite way. Very, very nice. Good, okay, really gently, we're going to bend our knees and just straighten them as much as our body will allow today. So just starting to find a little bit of awareness through that joint. This is also helping our lymphatic drainage system, draining down, out of the feet, out of the legs. Lovely, good. Okay, next time you bend your knees, you're just going to let your feet be heavy, hands onto each knee, and then you're going to circle your knees in an outward direction. So you start to feel it a little into your groin, get a nice massage through the lower back as well. So we're kind of moving around the stretches initially before we come into some longer holds. Wonderful. Circle the opposite way now. Very nice. Good. Okay. And then next time you circle down and around, place your feet down, maybe as wide as your mat. And we're just going to allow the knees to swipe from side to side. So use gravity to help you out. Lovely, good. And then bringing the knees back through center. Give yourself a little squeeze. And we're going to gently rock up and down a few times. If you don't like how that feels, just meet me in all fours. And we're going to meet together in all fours. We're going to tuck the toes and we're going to press the sitting bones back towards the heels. So you are so welcome to keep your hands down. That's absolutely fine. Or for some of us, we might bring our hands up onto the thighs. Just make sure your little toe is getting a stretch as well. So you might need to just flick it out. If this gets too much, that's totally fine. Just bring your hands down and you can always come in and out of it. There's absolutely no shame in that, particularly if you are feeling a lot through the feet and it's too intense. Lovely. Let's just take one more breath here. And as you exhale, release. We're going to untuck the toes and just give them a little bit of a tap. Be careful if you've got sensitive toenails at the moment. Give them a little tap out. Perfect. Good. Let's save our wrists and come onto our forearms and extend the right toes back. Really push through that heel. So keep the legs straight. Really find that nice calf stretch there. Push, push, push. Imagine your breath traveling all the way down the back of that leg. Lovely. And switch. Right knee in, left leg out. Push with your forearms. Keep that leg straight. Wonderful, good. And then bringing that knee back in, come back up onto your hands, tuck the toes, and then let's come into downward facing dog. So spread the fingers wide, sitting bones high. Take a little pedal through your feet, so starting to get a little more into the calves and into the hamstrings. Lovely, good. Have your feet hip width or maybe a bit wider. Bend your knees and we're going to walk our hands back to our feet and come to a nice ragdoll forward fold. So you can catch your elbows, maybe take a little sway from side to side. So a nice generous bend in the knees. And see if you can let your spine decompress here, particularly through the upper back. Lovely. Wonderful. From here, let's bring our hands down. We're going to walk our hands forwards and then step the right foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toe, and we're going to bring our hands up onto this thigh. Now think about tucking your tailbone under. So push your pubic bone forwards so you feel that stretch in your left hip, your left front pocket. See if you can stay nice and upright and relaxed through that upper body. Lovely, nice big breath. And as you exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the inside of that front foot, so you might need to shimmy it over. And then see if you can just send the hips forwards and back as much as feels good. Don't worry if you don't get that front leg entirely straight. Just seeing how we feel in those hips. Lovely, really nice. Okay, from here, this right knee, you're going to take it back and you're going to take it onto the calf muscle here of your left leg. And we're going to take a little bit of a massage. You can do this on your forearms as well. So we're gently, with light pressure, going to use our kneecap and slide it up and down this left calf. Now this might be really, really sensitive for some of us, in which case you get to control the pressure. So if you need to lift up your leg a little bit, you get to decide the intensity of your massage. It's like a really perfect trigger point massage. So maybe taking it around the side of the calf, around the center, on the inside. Maybe you find an area of interest, like a point that feels necessary for you to work into. And once you've got a point there, hold and see if you can relax and breathe into that space. Remembering you decide the intensity. Lovely, really nice. Good, and release. Bring your Right knee down, shake out the hips, whatever you need to do. And let's come back into downward facing dog. So the calf that you've massaged might feel quite different to the one that you haven't. Maybe the heel drops down a little further, maybe not. Cool, let's do the other side. So your left foot steps forwards, drop the back knee, untuck the toe, and then bring those hands up onto the thigh. Soften the shoulders, and then think about tucking the tailbone under. So we're actively pushing the pubic bone forwards, and we're feeling that stretch right here. See if you can keep each breath nice and calm. Really nice. Let's take one more breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the inside of that left foot. Might need to shimmy it over a touch, and then just take a little movement forwards and back. Not necessarily reaching for a particular shape or pose, just feeling into the hips and the hamstrings. Lovely, really nice. Okay, from here, we're going to bring this left knee and we're going to place it onto the right calf now. Remember, you can be on your forearms if it gets too much on the wrists, and just begin to move that kneecap up and down that right calf. Nice, just brushing over, finding that point of interest. Once you feel like you've found a point, maybe we hold there and we relax into, breathe deep. Hopefully you can still smile and you're not grimacing. So if we're maybe pulling like faces and stuff, we might just be going a little bit too hard on ourselves. Lovely. One more breath. And as you exhale, release. Perfect. Let's come to down dog. See how those legs are feeling now. See if you can tip the tailbone up. Maybe those heels are encouraging down towards the floor. Beautiful. Okay, let's drop the knees down. And we're going to come onto our belly and then onto our side. So the bottom knee is bent just to help with balance. And then you're going to catch your foot off your top leg. And then I want you to really push that pubic bone forwards, tuck it under so you feel that stretch through your quad. Nice. If you have sensitive knees, focus on the tip of the tailbone under rather than getting this heel to your bum cheek. Be a lot kinder to knees. Wonderful. Let's take one more deep breath here. See if you can send it right to the front of that thigh. And as you exhale, gently release. And we're going to do the opposite side. So maybe just rolling over to the opposite side. Bottom knee is bent. Catch that top foot. And then push your pubic bone forwards. Lovely. Let's take one more deep breath. See if you can send it to the front of that thigh. And as you exhale, release. Perfect. Let's come back onto our tummy. And then back up to all fours. Okay, we're going to take a moving shoelace here. So you're going to step your right knee all the way over your left so it finds the floor, and then separate your feet. We're going to take a little bit of movement here. So maybe it's forwards and back. It might be side to side. So we start to feel into the outer hip, into potentially the IT band. So forwards, back, maybe a cat-cow. Just take a little bit of intuitive movement. Feel it around for yourself. Lovely, good. And then eventually we're going to sit our bottom back in between that space in between our feet. Lovely, good. From here, option to stay upright if this is enough for you. This is enough for you today. Or for some of us, we're going to relax our belly onto our thighs, softening those shoulders, and just breathing into that stretch in the outer hips. Lovely. Take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Nice. So you can come back to all fours however you want. If you want to, you can rock back and propel yourself forwards, come back the way you came. If you don't like how that feels though, please do skip it. And we'll meet back in all fours and we'll do the other side. So your left knee is going to step over till it finds the mat. Separate your feet. Enjoy a little bit of free movement. So just seeing what's possible here. For one side, it might be a bit less than the other, and that's totally okay. Lovely. Okay, and then we're going to sit our bottom back into that space in between our feet. Option to hold upright or softening the body forwards. Any of these poses or movements that really hit the spot for you, please feel free to just make a note of them and just do those ones for as long as you need. Nice. Release tension from the jaw, from the face. I know this one can be quite intense, so see if we can keep the hands soft, the toes soft. Lovely, good. Okay, rather than coming back the way we came, we're just going to come up to upright, uncross the legs, and then just have a little bit of a shakeout. So maybe that's side to side. You might like to knock the knees together. And the rest of the poses are going to be on our back with our strap. So grab your strap. Left knee stays bent. And you're going to catch the ball of your right foot into your strap. Now be generous with your strap. So keep it nice and long so your arms can relax, your shoulders can relax. And you're going to flex your foot towards your face and then draw that leg in until we feel that glorious stretch down the back of the leg. And just a little reminder to be kind to yourself here. If you're shaking and quivering, we're just stressing the body out, and it's going to do the opposite of what we want it to do. We want to recover, we want to heal, we want to relax. So we're able to go out and do another run as soon as possible. Okay, from here, we're going to sickle the foot to the inside. So the sole of your foot is turning inward, as if you were going to like clap the soles of your feet together. So that sole is turning inwards, and you start to feel it on the outer calf, a little bit maybe into the IT band. We're going to guide this foot over to the left. Now you don't need to go far to really feel that stretch on the outer bit. It gets quite spicy quite quickly. So use your strap. Make sure you feel supported. And if it gets too intense, just come up a bit. So you really, for me, you really hit it on that outer part of the calf. Whew. Lovely. Okay, come back through center. We're going to bend the knee, release the strap. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. We're coming into reclined pigeon. So for some of us, here is good. Some of us will grab the back of our left thigh, maybe the shin. This upper body stays relaxed. Shoulders heavy, head heavy. So as we're beginning to wind down the practice now, just coming to a little more stillness. Giving in to gravity just that little bit more. Lovely, good. On your next exhalation, gently release. Right sole of foot comes down. We catch the left ball of foot in our strap. Straighten up that leg and be honest with yourself. If straight is here, it's here. It's okay. And just find that gauge where you're feeling a good amount of stretch, but it's not causing stress. We're not quivering, we're not shaking. Shoulders settled back. Toes flexed towards the face. Great, okay. We're going to turn the sole of the foot inwards. So turning the left foot to the right. And then using the strap, we're going to guide that leg across our body just as much as we need to feel that stretch on the outer part of the leg. See if you can stay really present with this sensation. If you start to go too far, even by accident, kind of gravity is pulling you towards the floor, just remember to give yourself some slack. Lovely, good. Okay, bringing that foot now back to center, bending into the knee so we can release that strap. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And then let's find that figure four or pigeon stretch. So maybe it's the back of the thigh, maybe it's the shin. Nice slow exhalations to calm the body. Okay, on your next exhalation, whenever it arrives, we're going to gently release. Uncross the legs and bring them into the chest. We'll take the arms into a cactus or a T shape and just let the knees fall over to the right. Maybe the head turns to the left. Nice and heavy, doesn't have to be neat. Wonderful. And then bringing the knees through center and letting them drop the opposite way. Again, doesn't have to be neat. Relax your tummy, relax into the thighs. Beautiful, good. And then bringing the knees through center. Slowly make your way to a seat. Maybe closing the eyes or just settling your gaze. Let's rest the hands onto the front of our body. And just take a moment to notice how you feel now. Now bring your hands into prayer, bow your head, and really, really thank yourself for carving out this time for your recovery today. Thank you so, so much for choosing to share this practice with me. Whenever you are ready, open your eyes and welcome yourself back. Thank you so, so, so much for choosing to share this practice with me, and I'll see you on the next one very soon. Bye, guys.